Welcome back to Hannity. So could illegal immigrants help put Hillary Clinton in the White House come 2016? Now, according to a story from Politico magazine, the answer is yes. Now, here's what the new census has taken every 10 years. It says illegal immigrants are counted the same as citizens, and under our electoral college system, more than 80% of electoral votes are distributed based on how many people live in each state. So, as you would guess, states that are blue or tend to vote Democratic benefit because they have the highest illegal immigrant populations, meaning they get extra electoral votes. Here with reaction, author of the book, A Disgrace to the Profession, our friend Mark Steyn is back with us. Really, this is what it's now come down to? That...
Yeah, it's amazing, Sean. I think most of us understand that the president isn't popularly elected. It's done on the basis of the Electoral College, but that, as you said, the Electoral College, how many votes each state gets, includes the number of illegal immigrants in each state. So, for example, a state like California, if you didn't count illegal immigrants, that state would have 5 fewer electoral votes. Now, my entire state of New Hampshire just has 4 votes. So, in other words, the illegal immigrants in California outpunch the entire state of New Hampshire and every legitimate U.S. citizen living in New Hampshire. In fact, if you take the 5 electoral college votes that are basically allocated on the basis of the number of illegal immigrants in the state in California, and you add the 1 electoral college vote in New York and 1 in Washington state, basically the electoral college votes that are accounted for by the number of illegal immigrants in each state outpunches the whole of northern New England, of Vermont, Maine, New Hampshire. They might as well not vote because their votes are cancelled out by illegal immigrants.
If you buy into the classic arguments that both parties, we would have a wall built, but both parties equally, for different reasons, they don't want to build the wall. For example, Republicans are beholden to corporate interests. They want cheap labor. Therefore, they don't go forward with building the fence. It would seem the Democrats are far more forward-thinking and long-term thinking by saying, no, we want a new electoral base, and the more immigrants that come into the country and become citizens, the odds are they're going to vote Democrat. So is that going to change the electorate
as this
forever?
Electoral College thing indicates, they don't even need them to become citizens. They just need them to come across the border. And the Democrats are smarter than the Republicans on this. As you said, the Democrats want essentially to expand the dependency class and therefore the bureaucracy that administers to them, whereas the Republicans, the kind of Chamber of Commerce Republicans, just want cheap labor. Well, the problem is there isn't going to be a Republican Party if you don't get this issue under control, because as we've seen right now, illegal immigrants account for about 10 electoral college votes. A couple of election cycles down the line, what's it going to be? 18, 20 electoral college votes? This is an issue. This is an existential issue for the Republican Party.
All right, let me
there
ask
aren't
you...
going to be, when the entire United States takes on the demographics of California, there will never be another Republican president again. So there's absolutely no point in worrying about, whether we should shave a couple of points off the capital gains tax rate, when on this core issue, you're basically surrendering turf all across the map every single day.
Do you handicap for us? We're 4 months outside of the Iowa caucus. We have less than a minute. Handicap the odds of Trump and Carson and Carly and Ted and Marco and Jeb. Tell us who you think is where.
Well, I think we're getting very late for any of the official politicians to snatch this thing out from under the Trump Carson in Iowa and Trump and Fiorina. Carly Fiorina's in second place in New Hampshire.
Carson.
And I think that gets back to the immigration issue, that the Republican base is sick of basically a two-party, one-party state, which is what America has. And the two-party, one-party state operates very well if you're a liberal. It gives you Obamacare, it gives you all kinds of things. But if you're a conservative, it doesn't work so well. And I think that's why these non-politicians, one or other of them, is going to scoop it up in Iowa and New Hampshire.
All right, the one and only Mark Steyn. Mark, congratulations on the new book. Thanks for being with us. And coming up, as Vladimir Putin continues to test President Obama, how should the U.S. respond? We'll check in with 2016 Republican presidential candidate Governor Chris Christie is here tonight with reaction. Also later, Shannon Bream is here to talk about the Supreme Court's new term. Plus, what does the highest court in the land think about the Second Amendment? She'll explain. And